Hop into your time machine as we head back to the days of horse and cart here in Transport Fever 2. Welcome to a brand new series. Hey everyone, it's M4J here and welcome back to Transport Fever 2 and welcome to the 1st of January 1850. I say the date for a very specific reason. This series is all about going through the eras. So we're going to start here in January 1850 and we're going to travel right the way through time to the present day basically and beyond. But we're going to do it in a very specific way. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn down the date speed. We're going to start with the olden days of horse and cart. And we're going to progress through to, steam, diesel, electric, high speed, all that good stuff. And also in terms of, road, we're going to fast forward from horses to steam and then the combustion engine. And in terms of things like ships, it'll be from steam to combustion engine as well, funny enough, or diesel electric. I don't think there's nuclear in this game. I'd be nervous if there were. And of course, the age of aviation as well. So we're here in 1850. We're going to start off today by building some lines and trying to get some money. And then we're going to start progressing. Should also point out we are in hard mode. And I'm also in the 1x5 map, which you can't actually see much in the distance of because I'm zoomed right out. I think that just about sums up everything. I'm trying to avoid using the name of the series right now because I have one, which is from steam to electric. But it doesn't really summarize everything about this series, so I might come back to that. So hopefully by the time the video goes out, the series name will have been decided upon. But right now, I have no idea what this is going to be called. Cool. Right. So usually when you're starting a series like this, you look for some industries that you can link up to start generating revenue. And I think there are some nearby that we can do. I was tempted to start off around here by wells next to the sea. And I can tell you for now, Wells is not next to the sea on this map. An Enfield. And we can get some iron ore here and some coal over to this steel mill. And then the steel to the goods factory. And then that's where it all falls down a little bit. Because right now, there is actually a chemical plant there that can produce plastic. But there's no grain. Oh, there's grain here. That's quite a distance. So I think right now that's a bit not on the cards. There were a couple of others that I looked at to try and get started. There's one over here, in fact. Again, iron ore mine, coal mine, steel mill. But then where does the steel go? Therein lies the problem. There's nowhere really to take the steel. There was one, again over here. So there's a construction materials plant there. And there's a quarry here that produces stone. And that creates construction materials, but then again, where do the construction materials go? There is also one up here where there's construction material that are actually accepted in Woking, and there's a marble mine here, but to get construction materials out of marble you also need stone. He says clicking the thing and it not immediately working. Yes. And the nearest stone quarry is this one, or this one. And I think it's just a little too far away. So there's options, but there also aren't options, if that makes sense. The one that I found that's a really good starter is this down here at Hawley. We've got a grain farm, we've got a food processing plant, and Hawley does indeed accept food. That's a good little starter. There are also a couple of mines down here. There's an iron ore mine there, there's a steel mill there, and there is a coal mine up here. But again, we got the problem of where does the plastic come from at the goods factory. So we could potentially take grain somewhere else as well. There is also a chemical plant here. But again, it's where does the oil come from? There is an oil refinery there, but it always ends in having to bridge over the river, which at this stage is a little too difficult to do. It's a little too expensive. It's a bit pricey for what we're trying to achieve here. So I'm leaning towards starting off at Hawley. If I just open and pin that, just so I remember where it is. There are other... So here there's a bridge already in place, which does us a favour. There's a couple of forests here that can produce planks at the sawmill. There is a tool factory up here, but then there's nowhere to take the tools. I basically want to create an entire production line from start to finish. I think that's a good way to start making money in this game. Because again, this is hard mode, and it's something I've only played like once or twice before, and I've failed every time. So I'm hoping with this one, we do actually achieve something. I think Hawley is the one. I definitely think Hawley is the one. If I see some others, then by all means I will start doing it. There was an oil one somewhere up here. God, the game's a bit laggy as I move around. Where was it? Ah, here. So there's oil here that can come over here to the oil refinery and then down here to the chemical plant. But again, it's what do you do with the plastic? There wasn't anywhere to take it. If there was one for fuel, fuel is preferable for this sort of thing. But I didn't see one around here. So yeah, it's definitely Hawley. We're definitely starting off at Hawley. And we're going to do the food. The grain and the food option. And then we'll expand from there. I would love to be able to bring things to the steel mill and things like that. But right now it's just a little out of our reach. So, road, buildings, truck stop. I do have quite a few mods enabled as well. But I'm not going to... Did I just... Yeah, I lowered that one down by mistake. I'm not going to talk too much about those right now. Because they're kind of a future thing. If I was to build you there, yeah, that is good. Right, let's go full length to start with. Probably don't need to, but want to. And that does fit, which is nice. And we'll get this connected up. As straight as possible, like so. We're then going to hop over here to the food processing plant. And we're going to do basically the same thing. Now that we've got the ability to add alternate terminals, I think there's been a couple of other big updates to the game since I last properly played it. But that's a huge game changer, being able to do that. So let's do this. And then do this. Now I need to discover where the food actually needs to go here in town. I mean, basically a stop just in the middle of town would work. Easily there. And then I might even build a little loop here. If I can get the camera where I want it. Like this. It's quite expensive, but should work out. Yeah. I've also got Line Manager installed, which I know is something that some people say do use, some people say don't use. I'm using it. I think I've got it set up though to stop just completely flooding lines, because that was a problem that we had before. I'm going to build this here. There we go. Right, new line. So we're going to start off here to here, and we'll just add alternate termini. I don't think it matters too much where everything goes. And you're only going to carry grain. And then here you're going to carry nothing. You are Hawley. Actually, we'll call this grain Hawley. Try and go with a naming convention that I can remember how to use as well. We'll go with a yellowy colour. I think some of the mods that I've had in the past aren't working currently, which I guess is fine. It's not the end of the world. You will set that up like so. And then food, which is down here. There we go. Yeah, some of the mods aren't working, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Things like the colours. I'm sure I had a mod that added more colours, but it doesn't seem to be doing it now. I think that might be a good one for food. Sure. Whatever. Okay, over here. Buy vehicles. We want cargo, and then we want 2 of these. You are going to go on the grain one, and you are going to go on the food one. There we go. Now, before I hit play, I do just want to have one last scan around to see if there is anywhere else that we can start setting up. I really do think this is one to go for. It's just, where do you take the construction materials? Northallerton doesn't accept them. Tewkesbury doesn't accept them. Yeah, it doesn't really work for me. We could look at where there are fuel refineries. Thanks, game. Where there are fuel refineries. So there's Loddon, Kirby Moorside, Knutsford, Tamworth, Stafford, Wooler. None of them seem local. Also, some of these names. There's names here that I've never seen before. I've lived in the UK all my life, and I have never, ever, ever heard of St Justin Penwith. I'm going to assume that's down near Cornwall, but I could be wrong. Actually, I've never heard of Hawley, thinking about it, either. I know where most of these ones are. Like Wallsend. I know where Wallsend is. My family's from the northeast. I'd be crucified if I didn't know where Wallsend was. But yeah, some of them. It's a bit of a mystery. This could be a good one, maybe. Again, though, it's where do you get the steel? The steel could come from here. And there's iron ore and there's coal. So this could be a long-winded one, but I think it could work. Ish. Except there's nowhere to take the final product. No, there's not. Oh, that's annoying. I thought that was a tool factory then. I got excited. That's actually incredibly annoying. And this one as well. That's not a tool factory. That's machines. Although Middlewich here does accept. Okay, hang on. This plan might still be on. So if I get iron ore and coal, take it up here to the steel mill, bring the steel down here to the machines factory, then we just got to get planks here, which are all the way down here. So that's a no-go right now. Ah, it's so frustrating, man. That would have been a good one. Wisbeach. Again, if we could get grain here, then we could get food to Wisbeach. Loddon accepts machines. But the machine factory is right the way down here. It's almost like this map was built for trains, which is annoying because trains are a progressive thing in this game. We're not going to do them from the start. And also there, look, toaster to the food processing plant, but we can't get back. Oh, man. I feel like being Uckfield right now, that's for sure. There's a tool factory. And there's a forest. And there's a sawmill. So we could potentially, if we built a road between, like, just along here, over to this tool factory, we could potentially supply Scarborough with tools. Which could work. There's also a steel mill here. There's also actually construction materials. But there's no mine nearby. If we get plastic up here as well, we can make goods. Oh man, there's so many where I'm like, we're so close to being able to do it. But I think this one here, Leatherhead, Scarborough, Cockermouth, Triangle, with Stowmarket perhaps joining in the future. Where's iron ore? There must be an iron ore. Yeah, there's one there. So we could then potentially do this, but then we can't really take the steel there. So the steel would have to come here to make tools, which could then come back to Stowmarket. See, that would work. And then these tools can come to Scarborough. Let's do the Scarborough one first, because I feel like this is actually something that could work. Truck mark. Now I've got to check I've done truck at the other side now, because I'm doubting myself. I'm pretty certain I did. This one I could just kick it in like this. If I get it as close to this as possible. Because, I mean, at this stage, we don't need anything longer than 30 meters. Let's be honest here. Right, so up through Leatherhead, over to here, where it's going to get turned into delicious planks. I have no idea what I'm saying. And then this is going to come around like this. Have I got that glitch again where the roads don't render properly? Yes, I have. Cool. Interesting. We're then going to come from here and we're just going to build as cheaply as possible a road that doesn't cost the earth. Whoops. I was going to build it properly. It's pretty flat, this, actually. I'm quite happy with that. Like so. And then from here, I could probably just do that. That's fine. So that connects up. And then for this one, what do you do when you've got traffic coming in from both sides? Temptation is to build 2 separate stops back to back. But I don't know if that's advised. I might just do it though. Either that or I just build it over here. This side like this. And then just have the... for now at least, the tool trucks come here as well. And then over here we need you to drop off. And you could just drop off here. That does work. We'll have to do a U-turn here, or we'll do the smart thing, which is build a road like so. Right. So this is all connected. This will start working. So let's do this to this. You are logs. Excuse me. Still recovering. If you don't know what I'm recovering from, I'm sure you can work it out by the coughing and the heavy breathing. Yeah. Logs. Let's say you're leatherhead. Even though you're technically... well, it says cockermouth to leatherhead. So that's fine. Whatever. And then this one, which is there to there. I could probably cut this entire section off as well at some point. You are planks, which are here. And then again, we'll just do alternate terminus there and there. You are planks. Let's just do PLA. And you're also leatherhead. And your colour is going to be this one, which is kind of a woodish colour. And then you are tools, which we're going to select there. You're going to be more of like a metallic-y colour, kind of. That is actually the colour of the tools. So you're going to be tools. What other stuff begins with T? I'm just going to do this for now. Change it if necessary. Scarborough. Right. In terms of depots for all of this, I think we're going to need 2. One up here. In Scarborough. And one down here in Leatherhead, which is probably going to sit here. Alright, so we'll do this one first. Buy vehicles 2. So you are going to go on the log line. You are going to go on the plank line. And then we are going to get the one up here for the tool line, even though it's going to be a while before it's actually needed. Right, play. Off you go. We should start seeing logs. There we go, straight away. Excellent. So 600 logs here. So in theory, if there was anywhere else that needed logs right now, we could do that. But I don't think there is. I'm also starting to wonder if this is a long distance to take this steel. Particularly on the back of a horse-drawn cart. That is long. There is, though, Warwick over here. Grain here, and then back food back. That could work. There's also grain there if there was a way to get it round, but there isn't. Although there's grain here and then livestock there, but there's no food processing plant nearby. You can see the frustrations. Whoever programmed the industry spawns in this game, they knew what they were doing. They definitely knew what they were doing. Fuel. But nowhere around here that accepts it, although Nailsworth does. So there's oil here. There's an oil refinery there. There's a fuel refinery there. And then there's Nailsworth, which accepts fuel. There is also Godalming. Does that say Godalming? I don't know how you pronounce that one. What a weird name. Apologies to anyone who lives there. What a weird name. There is also meat here. But again, there's no food processing plant. But we could take fish, excuse me, up here. And then the meat could go wherever the nearest... No, there's not one near enough. That's annoying. Alright, let's do the... where is it? The Warwick one over here. Because this could be quite lucrative as well. So you're going to sit here. There we go. Connect it in, sure, like that. And then you're going to come down all the way to over here. This is quite hilly, so we've got to be careful that we don't spend a huge amount of money building a truck stop here. So where's the cheapest location that I could build this where it's still connected? That's 205, but if I turn it... Oh, that's still 205. Over this side it's 184. I think it's going to have to come all the way down here, you know. Where it's still 180. 179. Sure, guess you're going to have to sit there then. Not the most ideal, but it'll have to do. And then as for this... If I just build this out... Can't really afford to be doing too much road building at this point. Or unnecessary road building, I should say. But that. And then technically... Well, we could just do it here, in fact. Bit like that. Although I'm tempted to move it over there now. Because that puts it where I want it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll try and keep it off the main roads, you know. And then we'll just do this. I think it's got a bit of a kink in it there now, but never mind. As for the depot, that's an easy one. We can just stick it on the outskirts of Warwick. He says, nearly spending 80 grand on it by mistake. There we are. Right. One over here. One over here. This is quite a long journey, mind. So already I'm thinking, is this a good idea? But we'll see. Grain, Warwick. So here you're going to pick up grain. Here you're going to pick up nothing. Did I set this right over here? Felt like I didn't then. Felt like I'd messed that up, but no, that is correct. And then this one to the centre of Warwick, and you are FO Warwick. There we go. And you are picking up just food. Technically just bread. And you were that colour? That looks right. That's the wrong thing. That's the right thing. Let's get rid of that. Buy vehicles. So we need 2 of these. You're going on the grain. And you're going on the food. Now I suppose one way to save money would be to not buy vehicles for lines that we don't yet need them for. But it is what it is. That's coal mine there. Is there iron ore nearby? There is not. That's kind of annoying. That's very kind of annoying. Okay, how are we doing? First road vehicle is about to arrive to pick up logs. Is this... Oh my god, that's a lot of... Yeah, that is a lot of logs waiting. So that's going to be useful. In terms of line manager, as you can see, I have got it enabled. Congestion control. So I think that's the one that just stops loads and loads of vehicles being thrown in. automatically reverse, whatever. US time, OS, sorry, time-based sampling. So if I force a sample right now, will it actually do anything? Yes, look, it's just bought a new one. Interesting. It might have done that for a couple of lines actually, but in fact, yeah, look, it's done it for, I think, this line already, which is interesting. I guess it's to try and get the lines already set up. Let's have a look at the, that's the wrong one. I need this one. So yeah, the frequency, I mean, that's quite long. 22 minutes, but it'll sort itself out. The rate is going. It's interesting that it's only done it for these three and not the others. Could be a money thing. We'll see. Right. The main thing is we have now got these going. They're up and running. They're looking good. This truck's going to go pick up that stuff and then it's going to transport it where it needs to go. We should start making a tidy profit. We could look at running some bus lines as well, particularly like Scarborough, Stowmarket, Leatherhead, Cockermouth, Stafford. They're close enough that we could start running some form of bus line between them, with Cockermouth kind of as the hub. And then Stowmarket as a secondary hub for the Scarborough line, although I'm tempted to build like a square there. Maybe in both directions, and then have a little spur that comes out to Stafford. And then have one of these two here as the hub of that operation. Maybe. You're loaded now. What I'm worried about is you've already lost nearly 3 grand. In fact, you've now just lost over 3 grand. And I just want to make sure that these are going to make money when they deliver. Because I'm already thinking they're not going to. So I kind of want to just keep that pinned for a second and see what happens when it delivers. I'm also looking to see. So yeah, there's people travelling around Leatherhead. There are people travelling to Cockermouth from here. And there are people travelling to Scarborough. Likewise, in Cockermouth, there are people travelling to Leatherhead, Stafford and Stowmarket. So buses could be the way. If I look at Stafford as well, where are people going? Stafford and Cockermouth. Yeah, we need to start setting up some bus lines around here, I think. Take advantage of the fact that people are travelling. Okie dokie. Let's just check to see how much money this makes, and then we'll decide if we need to really push on for... Oh my god, yeah, spent 2.3 million already. Loan interest, so it would be nice if I could repay the loan. The 5 million loan that we've taken out. That's a problem that I've not had to worry about for a long time. It's a 1-to-1 thing, isn't it? Oh, it's a 2-to-1. Crap. So we need like twice as much logs coming in as we're taking planks. In terms of road. So yeah, we are making money. But the maintenance of the vehicles, it's not far behind. It's a third right now. Maintenance of the roads is what I'm worried about. And maintenance of the infrastructure. Because we've got big stops. Okay, yeah, you're basically doubling the money. Cool. Okay, I feel a bit more relaxed then. So, last thing we're going to do today is we're going to set up this bus connection. But I think we're going to do it as individual shuttles for now that will eventually turn into longer services. So on that logic, I think Cockermouth and Stowmarket would be the hubs. So let's look at this. In terms of Stowmarket, there's plenty of places where we can build bus stops, which is encouraging. So we're going to build like this and like this. I think I've got the mod enabled that makes the towns less square, which seems weird to say when you're looking at it, but you can see here like this one's curving out this way. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of follow that natural curve for some of these roads, if not most of them. There we go. That helps with placing bus stops. And if I do this, swing it in like so. So from this alone, we should be able to get some pretty square you know, orbital, sorry, not square. Let's try and avoid using the word square. We can get some orbital bus routes in that kind of serve the majority, if not all, of the town. Nice. And then over here at Stafford, if we just bring this one in. Yep, and Stafford is actually building into the hill for me there, so I don't have to. So if this road carries on extending, that takes us up the hill there quite nicely. Stafford is almost a good place to use as a hub as well, but it just doesn't really work with everything else. So yeah, let's get some bus stops in. We'll start at Stafford at least. So if we build one here. I can't really be bothered with the whole bus station thing. Actually, no, I should really. Just got to be relatively cheap with the bus stations here. So if I do this, not only does it act as the bus station, but it also serves quite a lot of this part of town. So the next stop could be sort of over here somewhere, and then we could have another one, let's say there, and then a final one over here like that. That covers pretty much everything. Cockermouth, we need to do something similar. Cockermouth's bus station kind of needs to go in the center of town though, which is going to make it really tricky unless we do something like this. That helps avoid having to destroy any buildings, and then just to allow vehicles in from both sides, we'll do this. Nice. So that actually covers all of this side of town. So really we just need a stop there. Basically just a stop here. I think that covers everything, right? Yeah. Okay, Cockermouth was quite easy. Over to Stowmarket, and again we kind of run into a similar problem, where you kind of want the bus station in the middle of town. But where? My thinking is maybe closer to this. But first, if we build that out like that, and this one like this, and then we stick it here. Just as I say that, this gets built. But I think over here would still work better. So we'll do that. Okay. Definitely a bus stop there. I think definitely one over here as well. And possibly... Actually, if we come this way... and stick it in like this, then I think one would go here. No, not there, sorry. Over here. Which involves a bit of a walk, but it could be worse. Now up to Scarborough, and this one's going to be slightly easier, I would say. Bus station right in the middle of town, and that kind of serves everything. It certainly does. And then Leatherhead. Actually, we're in an advantage here with Leatherhead. So what we can do here is build this down like this. And then this one along like this. And then the bus station can go here, and it actually is on the south and eastern side, which is very useful. And if I spin it around like so, and build it right on the back of this depot here, that then also ties in nicely with this road here that's just popped up. There we are. And then in terms of everything else, bus stop there, bus stop there, and a bus stop here. Or maybe, if I could squeeze one in, maybe one there, and then one down here. Cool. Okay. That connects everything up quite nicely. If I build a depot at Cockermouth, Stafford is going to need one too, actually. So we'll start over here. And I can actually build this directly opposite like so. Cockermouth definitely needs one. That can probably go on the north side of town. Like over here. Excuse me. Stowmarket. Again, probably on the north side of town. And then Scarborough actually has one already, so that's fine. And then Leatherhead has one too. Cool. Let's get these going then. So, Stafford. We'll start with Stafford. Start here, and we're going to go around town like this. Now, I think for inner city passengers, we'll go with this dark blue. And we'll go with P for passenger, or PAX actually is a good one for passenger. And you are Stafford. There we go. New line. Now we're going to do Cockermouth. It's going to look like this. Again, dark blue. Cockermouth. Stowmarket. Should have built the bus stop on the other side of the road really, but never mind. Stowmarket. I've spelled that right, haven't I? Yep, cool. And then finally, Leatherhead. Which is actually the biggest town in this area, I would say. There we go. One other thing to do is add the alternate terminus. Which is something I had in the back of my head just now and just forgot to do. There we are. Now we'll get these running while we're waiting. So what's got the best? What's the cheapest to run actually? It's actually this one. 7 grand a year. Capacity of 8. That should be alright for this, I would say. About to say, why is that not going? Cockermouth. Same thing. Cheap and cheerful. Alright, I've really got to monitor spending now because we are starting to run out of money, which is not ideal. Passenger Stafford, and then finally over here at Stowmarket. Okay, and then the absolute final thing to do, but we're going to wait a little bit actually. There might even be a thing for next episode. Is we're going to... that'd be good if they started using... Yeah, actually no, we do need to do it now. We're going to get the intercity one set up. So Stafford to Cockermouth. And you're literally going to go for whichever terminal is available. And you are going to be red. So, Pax, Stafford, spelt correctly, to Cockermouth. There we are. And then another one from Cockermouth to Stowmarket. Oh, the game's doing that weird audio glitch thing again. I'm hoping that it's capturing okay. We'll find out afterwards, won't we? Pax, Cockermouth to Stowmarket. And then Stowmarket to Scarborough. Pax Stowmarket to Scarborough. And then Scarborough to Leatherhead. Pax Scarborough, whoops, to Leatherhead. And then finally Leatherhead back to Cockermouth. So Cockermouth actually really needs a third terminal, but we won't worry about that for now. So you are Pax Leatherhead to Cockermouth. Sweet. So then down here at Cockermouth we can set up 3 lines. What should we go for? Again, these are the cheapest to run, so I think we'll get 3 of these, and they're the same speed, it's just the capacity that's different. So you are going Cockermouth to Stowmarket, you are going Leatherhead to Cockermouth, and you are going Stafford to Cockermouth. Cool. Then we'll come over here and we'll buy one. And you are going Stowmarket to Scarborough. And then you are going Scarborough to Leatherhead. Okay, and yeah, we've got passengers starting to appear. Good stuff. Are we making money yet? No, we're not. I think the main reason being expenses, maintenance of vehicles, but this is starting to catch up. You can see the gap there. It is somewhat starting to catch up. I am thinking though that we are getting, yeah, look here, loads of vehicles running now. Half full. Frequency of 128 seconds. What's that? Every 2 minutes, basically, which isn't too bad. The rate's not bad. It's happening. It is happening. Just got to wait for these to start turning a profit. If we just get the biggest loss maker at the top there, that will help with that. Alrighty then, folks. That'll do it for this first episode. We are up and running. Hopefully we remain up and running and we don't run into massive financial difficulties and end up going bust, because that won't be particularly fun this early on in the save. I'm just looking to see. Yeah, right now it's a lot of it. It's just people wanting to move around town, not necessarily realizing yet that they can use this to move between towns. So 29% going to Cockermouth though, via our stuff. 10% there. Cockermouth might be the best one to look at. Yeah, look, it's starting to happen. Interesting that you've got the farm there as a option. So you work. Okay. Do people actually go to work on these? Surely not. Like, if you built a line from Cockermouth here to the farm, they're not going to use a passenger line. They're not going to use it, are they? That would be ridiculous. So they're just driving themselves, maybe. But half the people going to Stowmarket now are actually using our transport, which is encouraging. Just going to keep an eye. Make sure we're actually making money. That's the main thing. That is getting closer now. We just got to make sure that the maintenance doesn't crush us, which I can definitely see happening, particularly on the larger stops. So like these ones here, they didn't need to be 30 meters long. I just did that as a placeholder thing, but already I'm regretting that decision, particularly on hard mode. That could be the killer. So just got to make sure that we don't, do ourselves in too much. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's end this episode. Thanks very much everybody for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series so far, he says on episode 1. But if you are enjoying it, then feel free to hit the like button. Drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. Any advice as well on how to make money would be greatly appreciated. The fact that this vehicle here is still losing money, despite the fact that we did just make a little income there. Why is that income? Why isn't it showing me it? I was hovered over it. It just came. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, drop comments, all that good stuff. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you're looking forward to seeing more videos like this, then do hit that subscribe button. Why not click the bell notification as well to stay up to date with when videos go live. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. It's very much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I will see you soon.